Before we begin, I would like to welcome our partner institutions who are represented here today, online and some in person: Freedom Park, the South African National Parks, Iziko, and Robben Island Museum, as well as Kirsten Bosch. Okay. All right. I'd also like to welcome, most importantly, our fellows who are joining us from countries from Africa and Europe as well. You'll find that South Africa is normally very sunny, but you brought the rain with you from Europe. To our European visitors, to our visitors from the States, we want you to be welcome in South Africa. You'll find that it is a very friendly country. And to those of our fellows who are coming from Africa, but are based abroad, we want to tell you that for the next 2 weeks, you're not gonna be diaspora, you are home, this is Africa. So with that said, we are running a bit behind, and I do want to apologize for the delay. But without any further delay, I'd like to welcome the CEO of the South African Heritage Resource Agency, Advocate Lungisa Malkas, for the official welcome.
Good morning. I don't see anyone online, unfortunately, but I do hope that everyone is there. But I do see the people that are here with us in Cape Town. A very good welcome to all of you. I know the weather is not what you were expecting, but we had a pleasure of coming back with Benjamina. And she was worried about the winter Cape Town, and I said, no, it's nothing like your winter in Europe. So I just want to give other fellows that are here in South Africa that yes, it is cold, it is wet in Cape Town, but it is not what you would expect, like your winter, where you are snowing. We don't really snow here, we rain a lot. It's different though in Gauteng. For those that are in Gauteng, it is very cold there. Very, 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 very cold. I'm not gonna be long. I had my speech in Berlin. So I just want to welcome you to this session and to our beautiful country as well. And I do hope that the sister hosting entities, some of them are here with us. Thank you so much for coming. Let's make this thing work, because I promised that it's not gonna be a once-off thing. We would really like to continue with the program, and let's just give them as much experience, and let's learn from them as well. Let's be open to learn, and they must also be open to learn from us. So really, as I say, it is a very cold morning, Monday morning here, and I don't want to keep everyone for long. Those that are in Pretoria, I know that the colleagues and other Freedom Park, they are also in our offices in Pretoria. We've got Mapungubwe as well that are there. The colleagues from the Mother Department of Sport, Arts and Culture, they have joined. They know about this program. Let's just embrace it and have fun as we go along. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, CEO. I'm just gonna check if our chairperson, who is currently traveling, is online. If not, we will skip to the next item, which is a message from the Museum for Netkunde, MFN, who of course are the organizers of the Museumslab initiative. So Sibu is the chairperson online?
No, I'm not seeing him online, Abe.
Thank you so much. With that, let's move on. And I believe that the MFN is being represented by Marian. So Marian, are you online?
Yes, I'm here.
please, you may proceed. Thank you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear and see me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, fantastic. A warm welcome actually from Berlin. Thank you very much, Ben, and thank you, Lungi, for the warm words of welcome. I'm very delighted being able to join this function today digitally, since we completed the second module of the Museumslab last week in Berlin. And luckily we had the colleagues from Sahra here with us. I would just like to extend my thank you on this forum again to all of you. Dear fellows, I saw a few of you in the audience just now from the back. I believe you're in good hands, and you will have a fantastic residency in your host institutions. Dear colleagues from Sahra, thank you so much for facilitating this and for making this first residencies on the African continent within the MLab possible this year. Looking forward to a lot more residencies in the upcoming years, and yeah, enjoy your residency, and we see each other soon to the fellows in Nairobi in September. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Miriam. And now we will be heading into the next item, which is the introductions from our hosting partners. Of course, it is not possible to have these fellowships and to have these residencies without our host institutions. So on the list that I have in front of me, I have from Freedom Park, Mr. Victor Nechiava, who I hope is online. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Program Director. And good morning, colleagues and fellows that are here. Can you hear me?
Yes, you are.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you are audible.
Oh, yes, thank you very much. Yes, my name is Victor. I'm the Heritage Resource Manager here at Freedom Park. And as we all know that Freedom Park is as well participating in this wonderful program. I don't have much to say other than saying we're looking forward to host our fellows in Christine Miller from the Republic of Latvia, as well as Millicent Ocheng. I would say to Millicent Jambo Karibuni. So basically, yes, we are ready to hit the ground running here at Freedom Park. And I would like to thank you for the few minutes that you've given me, Program Director. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, and also joining us virtually from Pretoria, we have Ms. Nkateko Silinda from Sandparks. Please go ahead.
Good morning, Chairperson, and good morning to everyone, and thank you for having us today. We're also very excited. We don't have much to say. We would like to welcome Julia Ziegler and Kiza Wilson to our institution, and we look forward to hosting you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And then joining us as in person or virtually, we now have Dr. Anthony McGee from Kirstenbosch. You're welcome to come up, sir. Thank you.
Hi, welcome. Anthony McGee from Kirstenbosch. Essentially, Kirstenbosch is one of the national botanical gardens for SANBI, so the South African National Biodiversity Institute. So we have offices all over. We aren't hosting a fellow this year, but we're looking forward to in future years doing that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. McGee. Unfortunately, the fellow who was meant to be doing the residency at Kirstenbosch fell ill. So next year we will definitely make sure that there's someone available. And then joining us again, I'm not sure if in person or virtually, from Iziko Museums, we have Ms. Velamina Sakona. Okay, in person. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Firstly, we would like to thank the Museumslab for developing this initiative, which aims to establish close and lasting networks between heritage practitioners of museum concepts from both Africa and Europe. We would also like to extend our gratitude to the South African Heritage Resources Agency for inviting Iziko Museums to be a part of this wonderful collaboration and partnership. We welcome this opportunity to host fellows from both African and European institutions, and we hope that this collaboration inspires us all to have new ideas and discussions around ways that we can exchange cultural heritage knowledge and to establish long-term relationships. And also a thank you to our fellows. Yes, we look forward to the next 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kona. And I just want to check if our representative from Robben Island, Mr. Chima Nemaheni, is online. All right, I don't think we have.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, thank you, my brother.
No,
please go ahead.
No, thank you very much, Program Director, and thank you very much, CEO, and welcome to everyone who is here, both online and physically. As Robben Island, we would like to say thank you very much for allocating some of the fellows that are coming to South Africa, and we are looking forward to work with them. And I know that there are some fellows that will be coming to Robben Island. Feel free to be with us today. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All right, now that concludes the welcome from our partner institutions. And now to the most important part and the main reason why we're here. We will now like to welcome the fellows to come up and just do a brief introduction of who they are, where they're coming from. And I will begin with the fellows that are in Cape Town. So first on my list, I have Ms. Augustina Andrioletti. Please come up.
My name is Agustina Andrioletti. I come from Rautenschrauchius Museum, the ethnographic museum in Cologne, but I was born and raised in Argentina. So actually, I'm very interested in coming here and seeing these South-South relationships and how through digitalization and different mediations of collections, we can come together and create different ways of flow of knowledge and networks. So thank you for hosting me.
Thank you so much, Augustina. Next, I have our brother who's from next door, Mr. Takudzwa Pumant Pasipandoya. Please come up.
Thank you so much. Yeah, of course, I'm from next door. I'm Takudzwa Pasipandoya. I'm from Zimbabwe. I work with the National Museums and Monuments of Zimbabwe. I'm an archaeologist. And I'm glad to be here, even if it's closer to home. And I'm looking forward to learn and exchange and share knowledge for what we've been doing in Zimbabwe as well for the last 10 years. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Takudzwa. Next, I have my namesake. In fact, the only woman who has the female version of my name. I'd like to welcome Ms. Benjamina Efua Dadzi.
Or maybe you have the male version of my name. It's such a pleasure to be here. I'm Benjamina Fadadze. I'm a PhD student and a museum consultant, formerly at the Museum of Archaeology and Anthropology at the University of Cambridge, just before I started my PhD program. I work on missionary collections, so collections that emerged from Protestant missionary enterprise in mid-19th century. So I'm very much interested in storytelling and how materiality embodies histories and communities and the story of encounter between different people. And so in the context of Museumslab, I'm very much interested in how this storytelling and these histories are rendered through physical items like buildings and objects of everyday living. And so I'm very much looking forward to working with colleagues here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Benjamina. And next we have Ms. Julia Mayomi Albrecht.
Okay. Hello, and thank you very much for hosting me. My name is Julia Albrecht. It's a very German name, but I was born in the Caribbean and migrated a few times and eventually landed in Germany. It's my first time to the continent, so I am very, very happy to be here. And I work for the World Cultures Museum in Frankfurt. It's an ethnographic museum, and I work in the area of education and outreach. I work with many diaspora communities in Frankfurt, and I'm very interested here to see how outreach programs work, how my interest is in seeing how we can make the museum and collections open and accessible to as many people as possible. So I very much look forward to our exchange. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Julia. And last from our in-person fellows, we have Ms. Priscilla Kayela Banda.
Thank you so much for this opportunity that have been accorded to me to be here. My name is Priscilla, and I come from Zambia, though this is my first time to be in South Africa. So I'm actually excited to be here, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to learn much more from the people that are working in museums. I work in a museum that is looking at heritage to do with the mining heritage, and also a bit of ethnography. It's a relatively small museum, though it's developing, and we are hoping that we can build on the collection. So for me, my interest in being here is to try to learn as much as possible how museums in South Africa mount their exhibitions, how they do their collection, they develop their collection, how they look after their collection, as well as how they do the research. And also, much more importantly, also I'd want to learn on resource mobilization, how museums in South Africa here are able to do that. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Priscilla. And now we will move to our fellows who are based in Pretoria. They'll be going to Mapungubwe. And I would like to ask the fellows to please turn on their cameras so that the people can see you as you come online. First, we have Ms. Christine Milere.
And that's blurry. It's my background.
I see Christine gained some complexion already in Africa.
Hello, can you see us now?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Is it muted?
Get down there.
No, it's not muted.
No, she's just hold on 1 second. I'm making it.
You are visible, guys.
Here we go.
You are visible.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
You are visible and
Oh.
audible. Please go ahead.
All right, great. Hello. My name is Christina and I come from Latvia. I'm from Latvian National Museum of Art and I'm an exhibition curator. And I'm very much interested in the storytelling and also representation and how can I make exhibitions more accessible also to people. And I'm very much looking forward to my residency in the Freedom Park. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Next on my list, we have Millicent Atieno Ochieng.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Millicent Ochieng. I'm from Nairobi National Museum. Basically, I'm in charge of the day-to-day running of the museum, public programming, and also exhibition development. That I would very much like to know what our colleagues at Freedom Park do, and also learn from them about fundraising and much more, and also the education programs that they have in place in their facility. I'll be very glad to learn about that or at the museum. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Next, I have Ms. Julia Ziegler.
Hello to everyone. My name is Julia Ziegler. I'm from Germany, and it's my very first time on the African continent. So thank you very much for hosting me. I'm working at the ethnographic collections in Saxony. I work there as a conservator, so I'm responsible for collection management, preventive conservation, restoration, setting up exhibitions, and when art goes on loan and travels. And about the residency at Mapungubwe, I'm very much interested in how landscape and cultural heritage are seen as one entity. And I'm also interested to learn how museums in more remote areas are run and what kind of challenges and they are facing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Next, we have Ms. Kiza Wilson.
Yes, good morning, everyone.
Apologies, mister.
Yeah. Well, maybe it is feminine in South Africa. So. My name is Kiza Wilson from Uganda. I work with Bugunga Heritage and Information Center. It is a private entity. I'm mostly into research and heritage education, where we go to younger people, teaching them about our history and culture. I'm looking forward to two things: excavation that is going to take place during our stay here. I'm really looking forward to that. And then as someone who was affected by national parks, I'm looking forward to see how the neighbors of Mapungubwe National Park are surviving, or their story, and try to compare with mine. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kiza Wilson. And that concludes the introduction from all our fellows. I'd like to again welcome you to South Africa. I hope you have very successful fellowships at your respective museums. And again, Sahra is here to support you throughout your tenure here in South Africa. Next on our program, we have a presentation by the Executive Officer for Heritage Resources Management, Ms. Mama Kamoreng Nkasi Lisoona, who doesn't seem to be here at the moment. All right, here she is.
I'm not trying to make a grand entrance. I was just linking online because we don't have our laptops here. So from one station to another. Good morning, everybody, the fellows, our esteemed guests, not just at Sahra, but to our country. I would like also to say good morning to our host partners. This could have not been possible without you, and really for you to come through this morning to our offices, where it's more than we had hoped for. We thought you would be online. So we have here, and they introduce themselves, the 5 institutions that are hosting the fellows. The purpose of this morning is really a short welcome for you to also meet. The fellows may have met in Germany, but it's also for our institution, host institution, to see the fellows and get to meet them in totality, not just the ones they are hosting. And so that is why we organized this brief welcome event this morning. I would like also to say, I think it's still good morning in Germany. We're on the same timeline. So our colleagues who are online, Miriam, I don't know if Solveig is there, but good morning to you all, and thank you. My role this morning is to introduce Sahra to you. Most of you may be wondering, why Sahra? Why Sahra? The South African Heritage Resources Agency is the national body that is responsible for implementing our heritage legislation, the National Heritage Resources Act, number 25 of 1999. Part of our mandate is also to ensure that we coordinate management of heritage resources. And so Iziko sitting there wondering, what has Sahra got to do with this? Sambi, Kirstenbosch Botanical Gardens, it's because we have a hand in everything heritage. And so when this opportunity came up for us to participate in knowledge sharing and exchange of ideas in management of heritage, we could not let this opportunity pass. Rather, we thought of the institutions in South Africa that could also benefit this. And so our role in this partnership with MLab is really to coordinate this exchange by bringing together the South African institutions, cultural institutions, but institutions such as the ones under Sambi, such as the botanical gardens. And so what has happened here is to give the opportunity for the fellows from both African countries and Europe to learn from our South African institutions. So you don't have here the interns, you have the professionals in their own right. And as we were explaining this, we were saying, within the projects that you're running, involve the fellows. Make sure that they contribute their views and even their own expertise to the programs that you're working on. And so in South Africa, where really sometimes capacity is an issue, you have 2 weeks of additional capacity. And so I hope you would make the most of it. And how we are structured within Sahra, I am the executive responsible for heritage resources management. I have the privilege of working with 3 managers, senior managers reporting to me, managing the branches in which our core business is organized. And if you can allow me to introduce them to you, who are you this morning, Ben? Our program director this morning is also plays a role of critical role of being the senior manager for heritage conservation management. He is managing the 2 core areas of our activities or functions, maritime, underwater heritage, built environment, archaeology, paleontology, and meteorites, heritage objects as well. And heritage objects tend to liaise a lot with the museums, and that's your really direct partner in managing our heritage resources in your collections. You have the burial grounds and graves as the unit that really guards our sacred sites, and anything that sometimes can seek to destroy those sacred sites. We have a unit particularly looking into those issues. We also have the Heritage Information, Policy and Skills Development Unit, and in there we are grouped in 4 areas, which is your national inventory. This is the unit that manages our South African Heritage Information System, and that is where the repository of our national estate is managed digitally. And it is the unit also that ensures that we can service our clients and our stakeholders in a very transparent manner. All our processes that we work through, the permitting, is all online. And so when the applicant has submitted, they're able to see as their application progresses through the system. Historically, we used to work through the mail and submission, that all submissions came through boxes here to Sahra. And we used to have a picture that we show people where you can't actually see staff members because they are literally buried in paper on their desks. So when in 2012 we launched Sahra's, it was really a milestone for Sahra. We also have under the Heritage Information Unit, our National Heritage Library. It is based here in the head office. This is the library that collects heritage literary resources. It's not open to the public at this point, but we have a vision of it being open to the public. So it is by appointment. Most researchers do have access to our literary resources and make appointments to come in and use our library. And we have the Policy and Skills Development Liaison Unit that we are trying to put somebody in there who can focus on these issues as far as heritage policy is concerned. And so I have 20 minutes to speak, so let me see what else I can say that relates to this program. The importance of this program in the first place, as we met with our partners, was also how far it can expand. And CEO, if you allow me, I will take the opportunity to call on our partners for continual participation. But the fellows gave us a rare opportunity to have the networks wherever they are based. So I don't know, before I saw the list of fellows, I did not even know this country called Latvia. And then so from this point onwards, we now have the networks in Zambia, we have the networks in the Netherlands, as far as heritage management issues are concerned. And so this is a mere beginning of relationships that would allow us to continue our dialogues in heritage management issues. And so I hope as the fellows, we will do our best as Sahra to keep the networks going through the programs that we will still organize. Now, I think after this program, after September, you're going to be the alumni, but also to keep our host institutions as engaged in these issues. And so it is quite a rare opportunity for us to be embarking on this. And we really would like to welcome everybody who opened their doors. Dr. Miggy sitting there, I think you were hearing Sahra for the first time. Who is this institution? And now you know us. And you know there's a link between heritage and what you are doing at Crompton Herbarium. And so we are quite excited to not only link up with the fellows from various countries, but also to be able to create stronger liaisons with us as South African institutions. In September, the fellows will be doing their module 3 in Kenya. And so within the African continent, we have another partner on this. So we really have a huge network, and I hope we can make use of that. As Sahra, we certainly will. When we were in Germany, you probably were watching online, and one of the fellows called us to really come to the fore as far as coordinating heritage resources management issues is concerned. And Ben, I don't know, it's about 20 minutes over. Good. But it's really a privilege, everybody. And we have set up the breakfast, I hope, in Pretoria. There's also breakfast set up there. So after Ben does what he does, if you can take some time to exchange and discuss a bit. Sahra does give you a platform to do so. So it's not a very sort of a strict sit, and it's quite an informal welcome. So make use of it. And thank you, everybody, and welcome to Sahra in South Africa.
Thank you so much, Komi. For those joining online, we'll be sending you Uber Eats. I'm just joking. All right, we've reached the end of our program. So with that said, I'd like to invite the CEO to give a few closing remarks. You are on the program as closing, as you look surprised. So, yeah, just 30 seconds, and then we can get to the best part, which is the food.
Okay. You know, when people are drafting program and they don't tell you that you are part of this program, you just see that your name is there. Anyway, thank you so very much to everybody, especially our hosting partners. We truly appreciate you. We know that it's a very cold morning, but you've made time to come. So, as I say again, this was not meant to be a formal program, but we just wanted to bring everybody under one roof so that you could also see what we're doing. And I also hope that Sunbeats, for the first time that we are partnering with you, and I hope that we'll keep this relationship going. Iziko, I'm not worried about you. You're our sister entity. Freedom Park, Robben Island, what is the other? St. Parks. Again, we've got a very good relationship. I know that also what we have done for the fellows that are in Pretoria, we've given them our colleagues even here in Cape Town. Kobani is responsible for the fellows in Cape Town that are going to your institutions. They will be communicating with him if there are any challenges. So that, but I don't anticipate any challenges. In fact, as I say, that these fellows are open-minded and they are here to learn, and we must also be open-minded and learn from them because they are not intense. I think that point was emphasized. They are professionals in their own right. So they are looking forward to learn and us learning from them. Also in Pretoria, we've got Kim. I thought Gomi was going to introduce them as well. Kim is in our Heritage Protection Unit in Pretoria. She would be accompanying the fellows going to Freedom Park, I think. And then Philip will be responsible. Philip is here. He's the manager, archaeology, paleontology, and meteorites unit. He is in Pretoria with the fellows that are going to Mapungubwe. So we are also trying to make sure that their safety is of paramount importance to us, because we know some of the areas are not the safest. And I would urge you, colleagues, to be vigilant and just know where you're going. Please report to us if there is something that you're not sure of, so that Koban, as I say, he is your resource here in Cape Town to ensure that you are safe at all times. As I say, Miriam, thank you so much for hosting us last week in Berlin. We had a wonderful time there. We've learned so much. I wish we could all have the opportunity to see, they've got great museums. And we are hoping, as I say, that this partnership, it doesn't only end here in South Africa, because they emphasize the point that it doesn't have to be a Europe in South Africa program, but we must just spread the network. And we have been given that challenge as Sahra to go beyond South Africa, but to the rest of the continent. And we will really also, we do have our own networks that we've built already in the continent, but again, we are going to rely on the fellows to continue building the network in the rest of the continent. So thank you very much for everyone who has availed themselves to come to us this morning. I know that, as I said, the department is also aware. They are also watching. They've joined online. And yeah, a very good morning, a very good 2 weeks to the fellows. Enjoy every moment. Try and explore. Cape Town is beautiful. South Africa is beautiful, not just Cape Town. And that is the strategic idea that we've used also, because last year they came here, and that's when we first met them, when they came to South Africa for the first time in Cape Town for the 3rd module. And we realized as Sahra, when we were given this opportunity, that let's not confine them in Cape Town. South Africa is not Cape Town, but let's spread it through. That's why you have other fellows that are going as far as Limpopo in the northern, in the north of the country. I know that there's Northern Cape, and yeah. So we were trying to spread them through the country, and as well as Pretoria, because there's also a lot there that they can see. Just opposite Freedom Park, you've got Apartheid Museum, you've got what's the other one? Fort Trekker Monument. If they visit those 2 museums and then they look what we are doing in Freedom Park, that is just gonna change their way of thinking. So thank you very much, colleagues. Again, for those that are online, unfortunately, we could not provide breakfast for you, and we're hoping that you have it. But those that are in Pretoria and here in Cape Town, please enjoy breakfast, and thank you very much. And I hope that we'll have another session before we close the 2 weeks. Thank you very much.
And with those very kind words from the CEO, the program is now adjourned. Thank you so much.